in worship tonight. We have a small, intimate crowd, but that does not mean the Lord will not move.
Still in your presence, where all noise dies down. Lord, speak to me now. You have all my attention. I will linger and listen. I can't miss a thing, 'cause Lord, I know my heart wants more of you. My heart wants something new. So I surrender all, 'cause all I want is to live within your love, be undone by who you are. My desire is to know you deeper. Lord, I will open up again, throw my fears into the wind. I'm desperate for a touch of heaven. Oh, 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 oh. You're the fire in the morning. You're the cool in the evening, the breath in my soul, oh, the life in my bones. There is no hesitation in your love and affection. It's the sweetest of all. And Lord, I know my heart wants more of you. My heart wants something new, so I surrender all. And all I want is to live within your love, be undone by who you are. My desire is to know you deeper. Lord, I will open up again, throw my fears into the wind. I am desperate for a touch of heaven. Oh, 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 I open up my heart to you now. So do what only you can. Jesus, have your way in me now. I open up my heart to you. I open up my heart to you now. So do what only Jesus, have your pull me a little closer, take me a little deeper. I want to know your heart. I want to know your heart. 'Cause your love is so much sweeter than anything I've tasted. I want to know your heart. I want to know your heart. Oh, I want to know your heart. Oh, oh, how great your love is for me. Whoa, whoa, how great is your love. Whoa, whoa, how great your love is for me. Whoa, whoa, how great is your love. 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 How great, oh great it is. How great, oh great it is. Oh, how great is your love. How great is your love for me. How great is your love. So pull me a little closer, take me a little deeper. I want to know your heart. I want to know your heart. 'Cause your love is so much sweeter than anything I've tasted. I want to know your heart. I want to know your heart. How great your love is for me. Whoa, whoa, how great is your love. Whoa, whoa, how great your love is for me. Whoa, whoa, how great is your love. How great is your love. How great is your love for me. For me. us in your arms. just want you, God. We 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 just want you, God. Jesus, you don't owe me anything. It's more than anything that you can do. I just want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry when I just sang another song. Take me back to where we started. I open up my
Blessed be the name of the Lord. Father, we thank you right now for this time of intimacy with you. Thank you for the opportunity to worship you freely. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. Good evening. Let's open up our Bibles or your phones to Judges chapter 11. The judges of Israel over their years, were not just judges pertaining to rendering a verdict in a court case. Let's turn to chapter Judges 2. Now, the book of Judges is the book that deals with the dark side or darker side of the nation of Israel. When everyone did what was right in their own eyes, as stated a couple of times in the book. Judges chapter 2, verse 13. They forsook the Lord, talking about the nation of Israel. Verse 11 and 12 deals with it also. And served Baal and Ashtaroth. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. So he delivered them into the hands of plunderers who despoiled them. And he sold them into the hands of their enemy all around, so that they could no longer stand before their enemies. Wherever they went out, the hand of the Lord was against them for calamity. Now remember, they've fallen into such depths of sin. And the Lord is disciplining them. As the Lord has said, and as the Lord has sworn to them, and they were greatly distressed. Nevertheless, the Lord raised up judges who delivered them out of the hand of those who plundered them. Yet they would not listen to their judges, but they played the harlot with other gods and bowed down to them. They turned quickly from the way in which their fathers and obeying the commandments of the Lord. Am I going in and out or no? They did not do so. And when the Lord raised up judges for them, the Lord was with the judge and delivered them out of the hand of the enemy all the days of the judge. For the Lord was moved to pity by their groaning because of those who oppressed them and harassed them. And it came to pass, when the judge was dead, that they reverted and behaved more corruptly than their fathers by following other gods to serve them and bow down to them. They did not cease from their own doings, nor from their stubborn ways. And the anger of the Lord was hot against Israel. And he said, because this nation has transgressed my covenant, which I commanded their fathers, and have not heeded my voice. We can go on and on, but judges means, in a broader sense, to bring justice or to do justice. To do justice is more like it, because they were more active in their justice. And the judges were the ones who were to protect and defend the nation against all the surrounding nations. Street, they had 12 judges. The more popular judges are, can anyone name a few? Yes, those are the three. Notice everybody head went down. Don't pick me. So, yes, Samson was probably the most popular, Gideon, the story. But tonight, we're going to talk about probably the most controversial judge and probably one of the most controversial passages in the Bible. Go to chapter 11. Jacob. Jacob or Jacob, however you.
Sorry, I'm trying. Can you repeat that, Dexter? Sorry. It's a
Jacob is pronunciation, or Yethep. The Hebrew, the Y. Verse 1, chapter 11. Now Jephthah, the Gileadite, was a mighty man of valor, but he was the son of a harlot. That's in that nation, that's not a good thing. And Gilead begot Jacob. Gilead's wife bore sons, and when his wife's son grew up, they drove Jephthah out and said to him, You shall have no inheritance in our father's house, for you are the son of another woman, the other woman, or a harlot, prostitute. So his family disowned him, basically, told him to leave. So Jephthah fled from his brothers and dwelt in the land of Tob. And worthless men banded together with Jephthah, and went out raiding with him. Now notice the word raiding is not in the Hebrew. They went out and followed him. Came to pass after a time that the people of Ammon made war with Israel. And so it was when the people of Ammon made war against Israel that the elders of Gilead went to get Jephthah from the land of Tob. Now, notice, they need him now. Then they said to Jephthah, Come and be our commander, that we may fight against the people of Ammon. So Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, Did you not hate me and expel me from my father's house? Why have you come to me now when you are distressed? And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, That is why we have turned again to you now, that you may go with us and fight against the people of Ammon and be our head or judge over all the inheritance of Gilead. And Jephthah said to the elders of Gilead, if you take me back home to fight against the people of Ammon, and the Lord deliver them to me, shall I be your head or be a chief amongst you? And the elders of Gilead said to Jephthah, the Lord will be a witness between us if we do not do according to your words. Then Jephthah went with the elders of Gilead, and the people made him head and commander over them. And Jephthah spoke all the words before the Lord in Mizpah. Go to verse 30. For the sake of time, I mean, it'd be good if we went through all the verses, but verse 30. And Jephthah made a vow. Now, this is before the fight with Ammon. He's making a vow. Made a vow to the Lord and said, if you will indeed deliver the people, notice he keeps saying deliver, deliver. That's what a judge does, deliver. The people of Ammon into my hands, then it will be that, now listen closely, then it will be that whatever comes out of the door of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the people of Ammon, shall surely be the Lord's, and I will offer it up as a burnt offering. Y'all follow this? And Japheth advanced toward the people of Ammon to fight against them, and the Lord delivered them into his hands. And he defeated them from Arad as far as Mimeth, 20 cities, and the Abel Karimim with a very great slaughter. Thus the people of Ammon were subdued before the children of Israel. When Japheth came to his house at Mizpah, there was his daughter coming out to meet him with timbrels and dancing, and she was his only child. Besides her, he had neither son nor daughter. And it came to pass when he saw her that he tore his clothes and said, alas, my daughter. Now that alas means agony. This man is in great pain. You have brought me very low. You are among those who trouble me. For I have given my word to the Lord, and I cannot go back on it. Are y'all catching what's going on? So who comes out of the house first? So she said to him, my father, if you have given your word to the Lord, do to me according to what has gone out of your mouth, because the Lord has avenged you of your enemies, the people of Ammon. Then she said to her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me alone for 2 months, that I may go and wander on the mountains and bewail my virginity, my friends and I. So he said, go, and he went, and he sent her away for 2 months, and she went with her friends and bewailed her virginity on the mountains. And it was so at the end of 2 months that she returned to her father, and he carried out his vow with her, which he had vowed. She knew no man, and it became a custom in Israel that the daughters of Israel went 4 days each year to lament the daughter of Jephthah, the Gileadite. Can you see what the controversy is? What I want to share with you and propose to you is that what seems to be him offering up her as a burnt sacrifice is not what it seems to be. Look at verse 31 again. I want to show you that it was not a sacrifice of a burnt offering. Verse 31, then it will be that whatever comes out of the door of my house to meet me, when I return in peace from the people of Ammon, shall surely be and I will offer it up as a burnt offering. Now, in the Hebrew, the word and, the Hebrew letter that's used in this Hebrew word is not just used in the scripture and, it could be used or. Some translations say or. I return in peace from the people of Ammon shall surely be the Lord's, or I will offer it up as a burnt offering. Listen closely. What he said was, I will either offer up whoever comes out of the house or out of the place where he's referring to. If it's a human, I'm going to dedicate it or offer it up to the Lord for a lifelong service. Or if it's an animal that comes out, I'm going to give that animal as a burnt offering. How many follow me so far? Yes.
Most people don't realize what the culture was. They kept their animals in the house. So when he made the vow, he was thinking it might be an animal.
Yes.
Not just his family.
Did you want to come preach this?
No.
That's good. That's good. No, that's good because that's where I'm headed.
Donkeys and their mules and their sheep.
That's right. Now, that's number one. Number two, this people knew the law of Moses. The law of Moses was against, it forbade human sacrifices. And not only that, if you did sacrifice your child, the law said you were to be stoned. And the scriptures for forbidding human sacrifices is Leviticus 18:21, Leviticus 20, verse 3, Deuteronomy 12, verse 31. And if you sacrificed your child, Leviticus 20, verse 2 said you were to be stoned. You offered your child a Moloch or whatever. I'm building the case to let you know that the controversy in this passage is, in my perspective, is clearly pointed out and clarified in the passage itself. The next thing there's no coincidence that the word virginity keeps being brought up. Because to give your child and present your child to the Lord for a lifelong service means abstinence. So this girl mourned her heart's lifelong desire, and what most of these young Israelite females, their purpose and their lifelong dream was to get married and have babies. And when she heard what the verdict was for his vow, it was almost like a death to her. And not only that, he mourned so because here he will not have any family lineage after this because she's the only child. His name is going to stop, his lineage. So they both were grieving like someone had died. Look at 37 again. Then said to her father, let this thing be done for me. Let me alone for 2 months, that I may go and wander on the mountains and bewail my virginity. It's no coincidence that is there. Look at 39 again. And it was so at the end of 2 months that she returned to her father, and he carried out his vow with her, which he had vowed. She knew no man. This is the vow. How many can see this? This is very clear. What was the vow? That she would know no man. Because she's offering up her daughter as Hannah offered up Samuel. First Samuel chapter 1, if you turn there. 1 Samuel chapter 1. 1 Samuel chapter 1, verse 11. Now this is Hannah before the priest. She's weeping and weeping because she cannot have a child. Then she said, she made a vow and said, O Lord of hosts, if you would indeed look on the affliction of your maidservant and remember me and not forget your maidservant, but will give your maidservant a male child, then I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life. I will give him to the Lord all the days of his life. Look at verse 22. And Hannah did not go up, for she said to her husband, not until the child is weaned, then I will take him that he may appear before the Lord and remain there forever. Verse 24. Now when she had weaned him, she took him up with her with 3 bulls. And look at the end of the verse. And the child was young. Then they slaughtered the bull, brought the child to Eli, and she said, O my Lord, as your soul lives, my Lord, I am the woman who stood by you here praying to the Lord. For this child I pray, and the Lord has granted me my petition, which I asked of him. Therefore I have lent him to the Lord as long as he lives. he shall be lent of the Lord. This is what his vow was. He gave his daughter to the Lord for service. Now, I'm teaching this and giving you scriptures and everything so you be able to explain it, because I'm telling you, he did not sacrifice his daughter. And a lot of sinners know this story and look at God as a mean God because they think he told this man to do this or gave him permission to do it. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 32 says that Jephthah is in the hall of faith. You know, the faith chapter where it lists all these great faith people. He's in that chapter. I don't think he would have been in that chapter if he'd have done it. If he'd have killed his daughter. Any questions or comments? Yes.
The vow is called the Nazarite.
Mm-hmm.
Elijah, Elisha,
Mm-hmm.
Samuel,
Mhm.
all of them took this vow not to cut their hair.
Mm-hmm.
John
Mhm.
the Baptist
Mm-hmm.
was,
Mhm.
minimal, it's out in the woods, eating locusts and wild honey.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if a woman would become a Nazarite.
I think she's a priestess, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Wild men out in the woods,
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that.
Mhm. Mm-hmm.
I was always taught the translation was either, not and or, but either.
Oh,
Obviously, English
okay.
you translated and or, but that's what I grew up knowing that translation.
Okay. The Young's literal translation is one of the translations that says or. The literal standard version says or. There's a translation or Bible translation called a faithful version translates it or. But I think it'll be good for us to know this passage because I'm telling you, a lot of people use this one. The end. Yeah. Great.